And let us end this week on a musical note. Singer from Astana, Polina Khanim, is promoting Kazakh folk music among foreign audiences. Polina admits that singing the best Kazakh songs in French or translating soulful Brazilian compositions into Kazakh is her own special form of diplomacy. The singer performs in 11 languages and effortlessly blends the colors of different cultures. But for her, the music of her homeland comes first. What musical diplomacy is and why music is the most universal language of communication. Please watch an interview with Polina Khanim right now.
My name is Polina Khanim, and I'm an independent artist, singer, and musician. I perform songs in 11 languages: Kazakh, Russian, English, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French, Arabic, Ukrainian, Polish, and I think that's all.
Я не могу сказать, что это было какое-то осознанное стратегическое решение, просто так.
I can't say it was a conscious strategic decision to sing in different languages, to deliver music of different cultures. It just happened organically. And now, looking back, I feel like there is a certain significance to it. I think it's largely connected to my background, to where I come from. I'm ethnically Russian, born and raised in Kazakhstan. Here, we're surrounded by a truly diverse cultural environment. Everything is mixed up: Kazakhs, Russians, Ukrainians, Poles, Germans. It's all blended together, and I feel like it's resonated with some inner need within me.
Я не испытываю сложности в моменте, в смысле, я не сижу.
I don't struggle when combining music and languages from different cultures. It all happens quite naturally. You know, at some point I realized, oh, here I am, actually playing this Kazakh folk song, and it turns out I'm doing it in the traditions of some American folk.
Мне кажется, первую народную такую традиционную
I think I performed my first traditional Kazakh folk song in school, probably in the 7th or 8th grade. As far as I can remember, it was the song "Көзімнің қарасы" by the great Abay.
Опять же, да, оглядываясь назад, тогда я ее, естественно, исполняла чисто технически.
Back then, of course, I performed it purely technically. It was during the Abay song competition. My teacher told me, since you play the guitar, learn this song. So I learned it and sang it. I even received some prizes. Well, firstly, what can you expect from a teenager? What level of awareness or depth of feeling can they have about any song? And my attitude toward this song changes with each passing year. I became interested in its historical context. Who was the author of this song? What's its significance? Then I began to notice how people reacted to this song, and I realized that it's one of the most beloved songs in Kazakhstan. It is a folk song, and behind such songs lie time and history. Once I was talking to an American, and he shared his knowledge on American folk songs. I was surprised to discover that the themes in their songs are exactly the same as in Kazakh folk music. It's all about nature, admiration for the beauty of nature.
В 2019 году вышел альбом «Франция а-ля Казак», тогда я работала.
In 2019, my album «Français à la Kazakh» was released. In this album, 5 Kazakh songs were translated into French. Honestly, it's hard to remember exactly how the idea came about. Perhaps the idea arose when we asked ourselves, is it possible to do this? Can we try? Looking back, I'm very surprised that we succeeded. It's actually a form of musical diplomacy.
Знаете, я, наверное, приведу пример. Я играю бразильские песни.
You know, I'll give you an example. I've been playing for over 10 years, and at the beginning of last year, I was lucky enough to visit Brazil, and I had a very strange feeling. On one hand, it's a country that's incredibly far from Kazakhstan, and it's a completely different culture. But I had this feeling as if I knew all these names, as if I knew some peculiarities of their mentality and culture. But how do I know this? Thanks to songs, thanks to music. I think this is the perfect example of musical diplomacy, where through music we can learn more about other people and other cultures and become more tolerant. The same thing is happening now because of Dimash, when people from other parts of the world start singing Kazakh songs, start learning the Kazakh language and show interest in our country. It's a perfect example of musical diplomacy.